Hi, I'm back with another video. Sorry it's been a while, but I've been super busy, especially in the run up to Christmas, and I really haven't had time. With 4 kids, I'm working, 5 kids if you include the husband. I just have not really had much time on my hands at all. So anyway, this video is about toys I regret. She always talks over me when I'm trying to speak. Toys I regret buying, and at the end there's a few toys that I think are brilliant. And then I'm going to do another video on toys that the children got for Christmas that I don't particularly like, and toys that I think are brilliant that they got for Christmas. This video is toys that they've been playing with for a while and have got lots of use out of. Some of they haven't. But anyway, now I'm just rambling. So the first toy I'm going to show you that I regret buying are these stupid fidget spinners. These are everywhere you go this year, well, last year, and no matter how much you spend on them, they break. The prices vary from like £1 to like £10. There's different materials of them, and when you have one in your hand, you can't. When you have one in your hand, you can't help but spin it. But they always end up breaking. This top part comes off, and then you end up with little ball bearings everywhere. And having a 2-year-old, it's really dangerous. They have got a case for them that they go in, but I never find them in the case. They're always just lingering around the house, and I think they're dangerous, to be perfectly honest. The next thing I'm going to share with you is tablets. I hate tablets. I wish I didn't have these in my house. One of them, they're not expensive ones. One was like £35. The other one, my son's dad bought him for Christmas. No, not Christmas. Yeah, I think it was Christmas last year or something. Anyway, I hate these things. It's like children today have lost their sense of imagination. They watch other children playing with toys. Why don't you just play with your toys? It's frustrating. I think they're ruining childhoods for children. And there was a post that went around Facebook a little while back of a kid like with loads of toys on one side of the table and just a tablet on one side of the table. And it's really sad, and I wish I had stopped these from coming into my house a lot longer, an awful lot longer, because it's a fight to get these off them at night sometimes as well. And I just think they're a pain. The next thing I'm going to show you is mashers. These like connecting masher things. I thought these would be a good idea. Perhaps the tablets haven't helped in this situation. But they just don't get played with. They just get thrown all around the room or just left lying around. The next thing, again, it's figures, WWE wrestlers. Most kids, when like I was growing up, would think it was cool, and I would have hoped that my kids thought it was good. They had like the ring and stuff. It just got broke, the ring, and they just don't play with them, and they just take up loads of space in their room. The next thing I'm going to show you is Baby Born's big sister. Baby Born's big sister. I bought this doll, and now this doll is like £50 original retail price. I think it's gone down to 40, but I was not impressed at all. Right, I like Baby Born. I think it's wrong that they describe it as interactive, because as soon as you say interactive, people think electronic, and it's not. Basically, you can feed her water, and then she'll cry, and she'll wee. I think this one wees as well. Does she wee? No, she doesn't wee. She just cries. So if you give her water, she cries. The Baby Born's like wee, but basically it's just putting water in and the water comes back out. But I don't like this doll because after only having her for a few days, her hair was literally falling out. Now you're supposed to be able to, the whole point of this doll with the hair is that you can do her hair, and like she comes with little accessories and a brush, and the amount of hair that is falling out of her head, it's just ridiculous. And it doesn't matter how gentle you are, and it's so uneven. I don't know if you see how uneven the hair is. It's just really bad quality, and this doll is going to end up bald. And I wish I could take this damn doll back, but because she was like on a 3 for 2 deal, and that ended like ages ago, and there's nothing else I really want to exchange it for, I'm stuck with this damn doll. And I just think it was just a waste of money. I didn't pay the original retail price. God knows I wouldn't pay that retail price anyway. Like I say, she was part of a 3 for 2, but it was like 2 items that were £30, and then she was on offer at £30. So it was kind of like she was only £30. But I just think it's really bad quality, and the hair is what's driving me crazy. Some people have said her legs break off and stuff, but I haven't had a problem with that. But it's the hair. The hair is what's driving me nuts. The next thing I regret buying was the... I'm sorry if you can hear Macy in the background because she's watching YouTube. She's 2, watching YouTube. Cartoons. Anyway, the next thing I regret buying is the Baby Born shower. You may have seen my video not that long ago on the shower and how bad it is. Since then, the amount of people who have reviewed it and said, again, how bad it is. It leaks, it stops working, it's just... it's really bad, and it's because they put a cheap pump on it. It's like the pump you have in like a fish tank, but because it's such a cheap pump, it's rubbish, and I just think it's really bad. The next thing I regret buying is Minecraft Lego. My kids are huge fans of Minecraft, and the Lego sets are really expensive for what they are. Again, I've never paid full price for them, but still, they are really expensive for what they are, and they're really basic, and all that happens is it just gets smashed up. I mean, unless you were collecting and going to leave them like on display, I just kind of think they're pointless. And even then, I just really don't think there's much to them to think that you would want to leave them on display. I just think they're kind of a waste of money. The next item would be the Kids Craft Cinderella Castle. Now I'll insert a video on what I think of this so you can see it, but I regret it because first of all, it's huge. I didn't expect it to be so huge, but it is massive. But that's not the main reason I don't like it. I don't like it because for what I paid for it, I feel like it's really flimsy. Okay, so this is the house I'm talking about. It's pretty big. That's like a true fast unit, and you can see how big this house is. Here doesn't shut properly. It doesn't matter if we loosen it up, how we put it in, but like it's really hard to get it to stay shut. But you can see like how, and it's just plastic, so that I reckon that's gonna get broke. And my other issue with this is that it's quite thin. Like, see how that comes off? I just opened it and it came off again. It just comes off really easy. I'll pop it back on. Yeah, it comes off like super easy. And these stairs are always popping out. It's not like, these stairs are plastic and they just keep popping out, which is kind of annoying, to be honest. There isn't any way you can see how thin the stairs are. I've had to put these stairs on this side because it doesn't fit otherwise. Anyway, these 3 floors are like, the wood's like that thin. So it's kind of small. And it could, like, you can push it and like bend it and stuff. But this is so irritating. There's actually a screw in here, but it's so flimsy, it just... it's not very good. And I wouldn't... See how now? I wouldn't buy it again. It's just gonna get broke, and I feel really bad because I honestly thought getting a wooden doll's house would be a good idea, but these ones are not really that. This particular one isn't that good of quality. I feel like you could get much better for your money. But I wouldn't buy the plastic Barbie houses either because, like, I've seen them and they break really easy. So yeah, they are the main toys I regret buying. Oh, and one more. The Sylvanian's family tree house. We've got 2 tree houses. There's one from like way back, like 10 years ago. It's an old tree house, but it's huge and takes up a lot of space. It's amazing that it takes up a lot of space, and I regret buying that. I bought it secondhand anyway, but that's not the point. And there's a tree house that Oliver done a video on a little while back where it came with a lodge. I'll leave a link down below for that particular video. But the treehouse side of it is what drives me crazy because the slide just falls off all the time. The house, it kind of sits wonky and just falls off. And out of all of the Sylvanian things, I think it's really bad quality. Moving over to toys that I really like, there is a Sylvanian family set that I really like. Again, this is another video I've done. I'll leave a link below. But the Lighthouse, I think it's such good quality. My sister bought her daughter one for Christmas because it's really good value for money as well, because you get the Lighthouse, you get furniture, you have a lovely light display. The only thing you don't get obviously is people, like figures, but you never get that with most Sylvanian sets anyway. But it's really good value because it's like you can pick them up for like £35 now. Originally it was like 50, 60 quid. But like for the most part you can pick them up for 35, 40 pound now, and I think it's brilliant because anybody who knows Sylvanian families knows that the sets are kind of expensive by themselves, but this, like the furniture sets, but this comes with furniture all you need for your little house, and I think it's really good value for money. Next thing that I'm going to say is a winner is Lego. So it's like timeless. It's been going for many years and it doesn't seem to matter how old a kid is, even up to an adult. Lego is awesome. I'm not so much of a fan of the larger sets because they're really expensive for what they are, and at the end of the day, unless you're going to display them like I said before, there's really no point because they'll end up smashed up in one big drawer anyway. But my eldest son, who's 11, he's finding that he would like stuff a little bit more challenging, so the Lego Technic range is brilliant. This will keep him amused for a lot longer, and he likes to display these as well. He has a video channel as well, and I'll link that below. The next thing is the Furby. Now the Furby is, you can pick these up for like £30 now, or even cheaper. I'm sorry, I've just woke this one up now. He hasn't got his face mask. I don't know where the face mask has gone. I couldn't find it in the kids' room. But this does way more than the Hatchimal, and it's like a fraction of the price. You have the app that, yeah. Such good timing. Anyway, the app is really good and there's games on there, and I like that the eyes are coloured now. They have like emojis kind of come up in the eyes. He is so soft. This is the softest Furby ever. They've had the previous Furbies, like the Furby Boom. Oh my god, he's not going to shut up. I'll put him out there because he wouldn't be quiet. But anyway, Furbies, he's like $29.99. You can pick them up for. They're super cheap. Considering they're originally like £100, that's just like bonkers. But I think they are brilliant. And if you're going to get either one of them or a Hatchimal, I think they're way better. They've got the app, keeps them busy. I know I said tablets, but you can't fight technology. But for what you pay for them now, I think they're well worth the money. And they're super soft. They've had like the previous Furbies, like the Boom Furby, and they're nowhere near as soft as that Furby. That Furby's super cute. And when you can find them at eye mask, you can put the eye mask on and he goes to sleep. But I've had to put him out of the room because I don't know where his eye mask is. The next thing, Hatchimals. Now, I know I just said the Furby is better than Hatchimals, but if you can find the Hatchimals at a cheap price, the actual thrill of them like hatching is quite good. And I know it's kind of a one-trick pony, but they are quite fun. I think it's ridiculous that the price is so high for these because they don't do half as much as the Furbies do. It does keep the kids on their toes because like the lights keep changing and stuff, and like each colour signals a different need. So like if it's green it's sick, if it's blue it's cold, and that keeps them amused. The only thing I found about the twin one is that these like wings keep falling off. These are the puppities, and these wing things keep popping off. Like you can pop them back on again, but it's kind of annoying because I feel like one of the wings is going to get lost. This one, I don't know, somewhere in the room. But I think these are really good. I did actually look online that you can tell what Hatchimal you've got in the egg if you shine a torch through it, and you can kind of see some of the fur, because I really wanted the rainbow colour ones because I thought it was really sweet. Again, I didn't pay full price for these because that would be completely bonkers. Don't buy into the hype because there's always sales and they always go down, so just never pay full price for anything because there's no point if you can help it. But I actually think these are really sweet and I just love them, and they're really soft, but they're not as cuddly and soft as the Furbies. So yeah, We've got another Hatchimal. This one like walks around. Them ones don't walk around, but this guy walks around. Again, same kind of thing. He has like a little nest and stuff. But the hatching process is actually really fun and exciting for children. The next thing that I think is brilliant is the DS's. My kids have had these DS's for a long time, and they take a beating unintentionally, but they just keep going. And I think they're like Lego in the respect that they're timeless. They always go back to these. Classic Mario, I think it's brilliant to play with. And I wouldn't get rid of these because I think they're fantastic. Especially for traveling. If you can't use a tablet when there's no Wi-Fi when you're traveling. So I think DS's are brilliant. The next thing I'm going to show you, put these everywhere, is this thing here. This is the truck. This is huge and takes up a lot of space, but my son adores it. I got this off Facebook. Or eBay is a fantastic place to look for toys. Lots of people, especially Facebook, put toys on there that their kids no longer play with. You know, like this was practically new, basically new condition, barely play with it. Even the stickers hadn't been put in it yet. I bought this with loads of cars, loads of figures. It came with the plane that goes on top, or the helicopter thingy. And I paid like £35, £40, something like that. And like for the equivalent of around £200 worth of toys if you'd have bought these new. And I just think it's a brilliant place to look if you're not too fussed about packaging. I mean, kids are ripped for packaging anyway, but seriously, it was such a bargain. So keep an eye on Facebook for things. And the next thing I'm going to say that's fantastic is Hot Wheels. Hot Wheels Garage, the Mega Garage. Toys R Us was selling that as like £42 just before Christmas. Like, and for what it is, I thought that was cheap. The garage is fantastic. All the kids can play with it together. The only downside to it is that it's huge and takes up an awful lot of space. So like you kind of do need the space for it. But it is really good fun. And again, from a 4-year-old to an 11-year-old, they like playing with Hot Wheel cars. I think these videos are useful because had I have seen this kind of video, I perhaps would have thought differently about the choices that I made in the toys that I bought. So I do think these videos can be useful. Thank you very much for watching, and thank you very much for putting up with my babbling. Wow. And this little monkey. And we'll see you again soon. Thank you. Bye.
Bye.